But who are the big winners going into 2011? And more important, by the end of 2011, who else can join the ranks of winners? Hopefully there's a lot of us out there. With us this morning is Jason Reese of Jason Reese Media. He declared a lifelong Democrat. And goes on like what's going on this morning. Good morning, Jason. How are you?
Good morning. How are you doing today?
We're doing well. What does it mean to be a lifelong Democrat?
Well, fortunately for me, I was born in 1962, so I was born a Democrat.
Okay. But, we talk on our show a lot about the fact that I think Republicans and Democrats are fighting right now to try to remain viable. And not quite sure what it would mean to be a lifelong Republican or a lifelong Democrat anymore. What does that mean to you?
Well, for me, I vote Democrat. I'm Democrat everything. I'm not diehard Democrat. You know, I voted. My very first vote was for Mario Cuomo, and my last vote was for President Barack Obama. So I guess that qualifies as being a lifelong Democrat.
Yeah. Do you have to have blinders on to do that? I'm not sure.
What was that, sir?
You have to have blinders on to do that anymore? I would ask the same question if you're a lifelong Republican, because, it seems like when people say, well, lifelong this or that, I mean, to kind of shut out an awful lot of other stuff that might be happening.
Well, first of all, when it's truly loyal, when you're loyal to something, you stick to something without being caught on a bandwagon. Like, say, I'm a loyal Democrat, but all of a sudden I vote for a Tea Party. That wouldn't be a loyal Democrat.
Yeah. So, you look at the winners going into 2011. Who are the winners going into 2011 that you've identified?
Well, first of all, it's definitely the Tea Party and everything they built from scratch up to 2010 election. Remember, they started out with one or two people. Now they are millions of people, whether you like them or not. And they did have and still have a impact on what's taking place in Washington, D.C. We're going to find out about that starting in January when they take over the House.
Go ahead, Tim. Jason, are you proud of the behavior of Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid over the past 2 years?
I'll be upfront and honest. I have not been keeping up with politics that much. They speak for themselves. That's one of the problems in Washington. It's the power struggle. And for me, although I'm a loyal Democrat, I'm still back a ways, and I'm watching from afar. They have to be responsible for their own actions, and if they do something wrong, it's going to come to bite them.
One of the things that we talk a lot about on our show, Jason, is that it's not about the D's and R's anymore, Democrats and Republicans. It's not about probably even liberal or conservative anymore, but it's more about people who want to be independent versus people who are satisfied to be dependent. Do you see that at all in your daily look at things?
Yes. You can hear it in the voters and citizens' tone of voice. One of the things you hear is we want to take our government back. But the problem with that is, who do you want to take it back from? Do you want to take it back from the Dems, or do you want to take it back from China?
Well, yeah, you got a point there. Or do you want to take it back from all those who would somehow bastardize it? And I think people want to take it back from the what's mine is mine, or what's mine is the government's, and whoever else they feel like giving it to kind of attitude. I think that's one of the things that a lot of people are concerned about right now, that they want to have choices. They want to kind of keep more of their money. They want to be able to make the choices within a capitalistic society. It seems like that is under attack right now.
Well, because it is. You have more, it seems like more foreign people involved in Washington than we had growing up in the 70s and 80s. Let's go back to the 1970s. How many times did you hear the word Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden, and names like that, which you're hearing nowadays?
When we come back, I want to ask you about where do you see President Obama going into the new year? Is he a winner? Is he a loser? Or is it still to be written in terms of that prologue? Jason Reese with us this morning for Jason Reese Media on York's Morning News. WSBA News Time, 7:15. Time now for York's Morning Sports.
Jason Reese here, recorded December 2010 when I was a guest on WSBA Morning Show, York, Pennsylvania. Anyways, you can advertise your site and or product with Jason Reese Media, anything within reason and very reasonable rates. 585-344-2249 for details.